Hey guys, so today we are starting a job in Rockwall, Texas. We're going to install 28-30 piers more or less. The good thing on this project is that the homeowner found the original blueprints of the house, so we know exactly where the beams are. The house has tilt, it has good beams, and they're just 10 feet apart from each other, so that provides a lot of stiffness and rigidity on the foundation. So the problem on this house is that because of water accumulation and improper drainage over the years, the house starts settling on the back. Now, many years ago, a drain was installed that goes all the way from the back of the house to the front street, and the drain issue was solved. The problem is, after all the moisture cycles, the soil softened, it loses compaction, and the house settled. Because of all the beams and the good rigidity, the entire foundation tilted towards the back. So repairing it is not gonna be that hard. We're gonna lift about an inch and a half, and the front should settle a little bit. The good thing with these strong foundations, with post-tension cables and proper structural design, is that when we lift the back, the lift on the back is gonna push the front a little bit. The entire elevation spread is about 2.7 inches more or less, because the front is about an inch higher and then the back is about an inch lower, an inch and a half lower. So that's what we call an entire tilt. Like I said, because it's a strong foundation, when the back settled, the front of the house went up. So at the same time, when we lift the back, we're gonna push down the front, and after that, we're just gonna have to wait about 6 months. In 6 months after the repairs are done, we're gonna come back to take measurements again and ensure that the front remains stable. But we're just getting started, and this should take about 4 or 5 days. Sí, David lo hizo así, ya lo conozco. Hey guys, so today is our third day of foundation work on this house in Rockwall, Texas. We have a lot of progress. We have dug almost all of the holes. We're just missing like 4 or 5 more holes to dig. Then we have to install those piers, but we have installed so far like 27 piers. Each pier is taking about 25 to 33 feet deep. It's kind of a big difference between piers, but that happens, you know, the layers of the soil, they're not just like flat. The geography moves like ups and down, so that's why we can find variances on the depth across the same house. But yeah, so far we're gonna end up installing about 34 piers total. It's been raining, so we also noticed that the drain the house has is not working or not functioning properly. Water is still accumulating on the back patio and on the front. So after doing the foundation work, we're gonna inspect what we need to do as far as with the drain, so all the water drains towards the street properly. So the customer has the original blueprints of the house. So when we did the repair plan, we used those beams to recommend the piers on all of the location of the beams. So we used those drawings to create the proposal, taking into account the location of the interior beams. However, when we start digging, we notice that the beams are not as located on the blueprint. And because of that, we're having to do a few more piers on different locations where the actual beams are located. These are the original blueprints of the house. Here we can see the location of the beams, but as I was explaining, the beams are not exactly as shown in here. I don't know why they modify them. I don't know if they made some revisions. These are the final plans, so we don't have any more records if they made some revisions along the time the house was built. But so here in the garage, we were supposed to find a beam like this. So this beam is not in there, so we don't have this beam. Then this beam runs like a little further up, and we have another one right here. And then this one is further down, and we don't have that. We don't have one here. This one is moved here and goes straight. Then also here, this beam is a further closer to the bathroom, and this one is way further down in the drawing. So all these beams are not accurate here as per the blueprint. So because of that, we have to distribute the piers on different locations and make sure that the most important for us on interior piers is that we cover the cross section. Like anywhere we see this cross, this T, so we need to secure the 2 points. If we do just one on the corner, that becomes too heavy and puts a lot of stress on the foundation. So we install one on each side of the corner. So in here we have these 2, and we have another double pier here. So we have one here. So what's happening on the house is that the entire front lift because the back went down. So over the years and the weather cycle, the moisture on the back patio causes the soil to lose compaction. The soil loses stiffness with the weather cycle. So because of that, and because of all the beams we have here, when the back of the house dropped, the front lift. So what we're doing is securing pretty much half the house towards the back. So we're gonna lift that up and the front is gonna come down.
quiero chingar también.
Ponerlo.
No hay.
Sí, sí hay.
Para ver si me llegara a arrepentir.
Está gateando el mono.
Como que yo le voy a decir.
Ajá.
Ya estamos curados.
Ahí está, guaso, ya ve.
Sí.
Es que ya es que como es. Está manoseando.
No lo vi. Hey guys, today is our 4th day of foundation repair. Today is Saturday. We wanted to do the leveling today and we were hoping to get most of the backfilling done today as well and maybe just finish tomorrow. But unfortunately it looks like a severe storm is coming this way, so it's not gonna let us do anything. It's 7:50 a.m. and you can see how dark it is. Of course the cameras, they capture more light than what we really have. But it looks like we're gonna have a lot of hail and rains, so at least we unloaded all the material from the trailer. These two huge beautiful trees are also causing problems to the house. You see how close they are to the foundation, and the root system extends all the way to the back and the other side of the house. Correctamente me lo agua, esperando estamos. Hey guys, so we just finished lifting and leveling the house. We lift about 4 inches The total elevation spread across the house is now just ½ inch. I will show you the measurements once we finish covering the holes. We need to backfill all the inside so I can check the levels properly on all the spots. Right now we have a lot of dirt in there, but we're shimming right now, and as soon as we backfill, I'll show you the final elevation.
Melo, no haga chanchullo, por favor. ¿Cuál? Ese gato está duro, viejo.
Ahí va.
Ahí está.
¿Bajó? ¿Ah?
Está bien, viejo, era lo
Ajá,
que
sí.
queríamos.
Por eso es que no bajaba, porque aquí estaba.
Estaba duro, sí.
Oh. La experiencia, Manuel, ¿no? Oh.
La cuarta mole.
¿No trae luz o qué?
No, man.
No hay batería.
Esa compañía no vale pija, man. Ni batería les da a los muchachos.
Ahora. Muy buena que jugamos.
Hey guys, so we're just about to finish this house. We installed about 37 piers. We located all of the interior grade beams, and all the piers are located under the beams specifically, so we could support and lift the house properly. I will show you the final elevations just in a moment. We're finishing patching the breakouts inside the house, and as you can see, all the outside is done already. So we're probably gonna finish like in 2 hours. The plumber is here fixing a crack on the sewer line on the master bathroom. He will be done today, so we'll backfill and everything today, and the entire job is gonna be all finished around like 1 or 2 p.m. And we're digging in here for the plumber to fix the sewer line. He found a crack on the pipe right here. Apparently this closet, it was a shower before because the pipe goes right inside there. It's not a vent or anything like that, it's just the drain, and it's blocked, it's covered already, it's cancelled. But the pipe beneath it is cracked. So we're just gonna clear the pipe so the plumber can fix it. And there was also another issue by the cleaner on the outside, which he already fixed. Está duro.
Esa manta. Es de la lluvia.
No.
No, hombre. Ya está, esa manta.
Eso pienso, no sé.
Vamos, Dios.
Las dos me... Ina. Okay guys, so the plumber is done with the repair. Our guys have just left. Everything is finished. I'm just gonna record the final elevations. We're gonna set up our zero here and we're gonna update our Topple maps drawing. This is our before elevation drawing. You can see the high areas blue at the bottom of the drawing, then green the level areas, and red the low areas. So we're gonna update these measurements and see the before and after comparison. And here we have our final elevations, our before. These are the before foundation repair elevations. You can see the high areas, level areas, and then the big drops. We had about an inch low in here, about two inches here. So the highest elevations on the front were up to 2 inches, and the lowest elevations on the back were up to 1.5 inches low. So the delta difference was almost 4 inches difference. And now after the repairs were done, this is the new drawing. So the highest elevations are now within 1 to 1.5 inches, so that's an inch lower than how they were before. That's because the moment we lift the entire back, it pushed the front down a little bit. It's not perfectly level, but you can see the huge difference, how we improve a lot. So our new elevations, we have almost everything within 1/2 inch of difference. Our garage has the natural slope going towards the entrance, toward over there. So all the garages, they always have a slope going to the entrance, so water flows away. And these are our before and after elevations, and we're all done. This is another repair done. We installed a lot of piers, steel piers, and the entire house is now level. And here we have our Topple Maps 3D visualization, so we can see the elevations after the work is completed, so you can see how level it is. It also shows the location of the piers and the beams under the house. So we're gonna turn off our elevation measurements just to have a more clean drawing. But here you can see this is exactly where the piers were located. We have our grade beams that we located to install the piers. All the piers along all those beams. And this is how the house looks. This is our new heat map. So you can see that most of the house is within bluish and greenish, no red low spots. And of course, this is the way we keep track of the houses we fix. No other company has this kind of tools available. So when you hire us, you are not only getting a top quality services, but you also hiring the most innovative company in the industry. As I say, no questions, no guesswork. It's very clear in here, clearly documented. We know where our piers are, we know the elevations on the house, all the data available at our fingertips. So whenever you have questions about your foundation, you can revisit our app and get all the documentation.